Dear students, good evening. Uh, the last class we discussed about what is called, that is acceleration measurement, right? So under this chapter 3, we have basically two major concepts. That is one is the velocity measurement and another one is acceleration measurement, right? Uh, See, these two concepts, I think these two concepts are already there in the IA1 when you are studying in the 3-1, right? So, and one more concept is new for you is gyroscopes, gyroscopes. That we will see later. We will see later. And see, the last chapter of this your the last chapter of this industrial instrumentation 2 comprises three major concepts. Three major concepts. The first concept is what are the instrumentation? What is the instrumentation available for measuring uh, environmental pollution? Environmental pollution. For example, the instruments available for this are the proximity sensors and limit switches. So these are useful for some applications. Proximity sensor, capacitive, inductive, magnetic, LVDs, limit switches. So it is mechanical, optical, pneumatic, ultrasonic, and digital outputs encoders. So these are some instrumentation you need to study, which these instrumentation is useful in environmental applications, in some environmental applications. So under this, the very important concept is LVDT. So this LVDT is very much useful in the environment, like for measuring, you know, very small displacements, small pressures, isn't it? Or small accelerations, sometimes small forces. So all these we can use, right? And proximity. So for sometimes in the industries you want to know the size or the width, the size or width of the bottle, of the bottle. For example, is a Coca-Cola. So we want to know the position of the bottle, position of the bottle, so that we can fill it. If the bottle is not in a position, so it is difficult to fill the bottle, Coca-Cola bottle. And we want to know that the height and width of the bottle sometimes. So all this can be done with proximity sensor. So there you can apply some capacitive, inductive, magnetic effects, all these principles, right? And there are some limit switches. So you know the switching purpose, on off control. Not only on off control, for controlling some applications. It will mechanically you can control optically or with the pressure pneumatically or with applying some high frequency signals, ultrasonic. So like this. So these are all instrumentation concepts are available in the first topic of this unit 4. We have to recall once again combining SNT, sensors and transducers, IA, like this. So combiningly, all are again repeated in this topic, right? Next concept in this chapter 4 is leak detectors. Leak detectors. So we will see this one now. And the next concept in this is electrical and intrinsic safety. Electrical and intrinsic safety. So what is this meaning of this electrical and intrinsic safety? The meaning of this one is generally, suppose we are all the human beings, we are all the human beings. So we know better how can you protect with with the outside world, how we can protect ourselves. So, for example, in the pandemic situation, because of this virus, we are protecting it with some wearing the double mask, using some sanitization, or covering complete shields, some shields, and staying at the home. Is okay. So we are following some techniques for uh, uh, protecting ourselves. Similarly, there are some circuits, there are some instrumentation in the industries. We need to protect that instrumentation. We need to protect some. We need to protect some electrical circuits. Electrical circuits. So how it is possible? How can you protect the instrument, or how do you protect the electrical circuit? It is a big issue when we are measuring or doing any operation with the instrument. Of course, our instrumentation is very much useful for knowing the unknown parameter. I am measuring density. I am able to measure viscosity. I can measure velocity, acceleration, all metrology concepts I can do. But how can I protect my device? How can I protect my instrumentation, instrument, device, or how can I protect the complete electrical circuits available in the industries? So it is a bigger issue. So the study of all these nothing but electrical and intrinsic safety. So we want to protect our electrical circuits, and we want to protect the instrument that is called intrinsic. Intrinsic means internal equipment we want to protect. How it is possible? So for this we need to study about fuses, circuit breakers, and some protection methods, purging, pressurization, ventilation. So all these are some something but safety measurements, safety precautions for instrumentation, instruments, as well as electrical circuits. Suppose in my circuit there should be overheating. My transistor is heated with high temperature. How can I protect my transistor? I can protect my transistor by providing heat sink. Heat sink is a protector. It's a good protector. So it will protect the damage of transistor due to overheat. Or we have we have a system. We have a system. How can we protect a computer system? I need to connect one stabilizer. Stabilizer due to fluctuation of power and the loading the power fluctuations are overloaded over um, high currents, over voltages and over currents. So because of all these, I can protect. Because of all these, I can protect my device with this over voltage and over current. So that's about uh, this one. So we need to use fuses. If you use a fuse, so without fuse, without fuse, there is no problem. But if you use if you use a fuse, you have to monitor that fuse so that it will protect some other supporting device. Circuit breakers, just now I discussed circuit breakers. You want to break the circuit. When should you break the circuit? When any over voltage occurs, over currents are passing through the circuit. We have to break the circuit. So we need to use circuit breakers. Circuit breakers. So circuit breakers is a very big, interesting concept. It will be available in the 4Q. There is one subject, industrial electronics. There you can study about circuit breakers for protecting thyristor, silicon controlled rectifier. That's about the circuit breakers. explosion hazards and intrinsic safety. For example, in any industry, there should be some nameplates are provided. Some nameplates are provided. What the nameplate? If you enter any steel plant, before the before any section, there is a nameplate or a display board. The display board includes that safety yourself, wearing the shoe, and wearing complete. I mean, what's called um, free from shocking. You have to wear that cloth free from shocking. Like this. So there should be some display boards are provided. So while the display boards are provided, as a human being, we have to protect ourselves when we are entering to the section of any industry or plant. Meanwhile, we have to, when you are touching the equipment inside it, there should be no damage of the instrument because of the human being. So we want to provide some safety. Explosion hazards means there will be problem with the equipment. There we are expecting hazards, explosion, danger situations. For example, it's a chemical industry dealing with uranium or any that's what hydrogen, hydrogen chemicals. I mean hydrogen. The things what happens, they are dangerous to the human being. So we should be aware of that situation. Explosion, hazards, intrinsic safety. So, what are protection methods available in this intrinsic safety? We have to use some purging techniques, and pressurization. Sometimes we need to provide some ventilation. So these you will see later about all these intrinsic safety. Okay, we'll see. And other concept, nothing but leak detectors. Leak detectors. What is leak detectors? Leak detectors mean sometimes generally the leak is a word, it is escaping something. Leak nothing but escaping. What is escaping? Suppose if any pipe carries water, some water may be escaping towards outside. Water is flowing into the pipe. If the pipe having any cracks or any small holes, what happens? Through the small holes, through the cracks, the water is escaping. That escape situation so called leak. Not only water, if we take gas. When the gas is flowing through the pipe, what happens? Gas is going to leak. That is called leak. So that is loss, nothing but loss, external loss. So that type of we have the instrumentation such that we want to measure that leaks. We want to measure all these leaks. So what are the methods available? Generally, I will discuss very simple manner. Yeah, see. So the first one is pressurization. Pressurization, also called hydrostatic test. So what it means? Suppose, 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 uh, you take any, you take a complete pipe, uh, um, complete pipe. So at one end, we are, we are allowing some pressure. We are allowing some pressure. At the other end, you have to close it. You have to close it. See that, see that, see that when we are applying any pressure, whether the pipe, having uh, low pressure or high pressure, you have to observe that. You have to observe it. So if you are not if you are not uh, observing any pressure leakage, so thereby we can understand there is no leak with the pipe. Suppose if you are observing any leak when you are applying any pressure, so thereby you can identify there should be leak in the pipe. That's called hydrostatic check. Hydrostatic means here we have to uh, we have to send some water to the pipe. Water to the pipe. After applying water, we have to apply some air. So that we can observe that whether leak is available or not. Next one is bubble emission. Bubble emission means suppose, say for example, you are buying any what is called Kurkure packet or Lays packet, say Lays packet. Once you are buying that, Kurkure packet, Lays packet, to take the same packet and dip into the bucket. If the packet doesn't have any hole or any crack, any sort of leaking parameter, so no bubble is observing under surface of the water. If any leak occurs, you can observe some bubbles. The bubble may be very small bubbles or somewhat, a bigger, bubbles, bigger size bubbles you can expect. So how? So it is a simple concept, bubble emission. So when any closed packet doesn't have any leak, it doesn't provide any bubble. If it is suffering with leak, definitely there should be some bubble. So this bubble can be identified by applying some pressure. Okay. Paints and dyes means sometimes you can also identify the leaks by painting. That's the meaning of this. Okay, there are some other techniques also there. How we have to yeah. So leak detection. So the leak, as you know that the leak will tell us about how tight it is. Leak detection is a very important step in the production of the vacuum. So we have to check that the tightness specification are fulfilled during and after the assembly of the vessels to locate the possibility leaks created during the assembly. So we want to check the tightness. So when we are installed the vessel into somewhere, we should care about the tightness specification. So what are the methods available? The methods are based on the variation of the physical properties. Sometimes nature of the gas is changed on the other side. So either way we have to check the tightness or leaking concept. There will be some methods available. The methods may be the methods will give us through some components, through some instrumentation, we have to measure the leaks. Suppose it's a gaseous system, from any gas pipe, say for example from the gas pipe, any gas is leaking. That leaky gas also called tracer gas. The leaky gas nothing but sometimes tracer gas. We want to know the tracer gases. How it is possible means, so we can determine the tracer gases by knowing like this. See, there are many properties for residual gas can be used to monitor its composition changes. They are nothing but the methods available to us: heat conductivity method, ionization cross-section method, the pumping speed method, or the conductance method. So with this we can measure the gas leak with this all these methods. With this all these methods. So for example, helium is a helium. Helium is a this gas. So we want to know this whether it is how it is going to be leaked. There are some instrumentations available. See, direct flow diode. So we are pumping to this pipe. Here there is a high vacuum pump. It is a vacuum system. So the helium is entering like this, and here liquid nitrogen trap. So it is a nitrogen trap is provided. So when this it is entering the gas to this, here we are providing leak detection cell. One cell is provided. So what happens? This cell will detect that how pressure it is and how leaky it is, how leaky the gas it is. It will tell us whether leak is there, the sensitivity is going to be changed. No leak means no change in the sensitivity. See, SC equals to 1 by ST. So if the sensitivity is going to be calculated here, based on that we can identify whether the leak of the gas is there or not. It is one example for one gas, for tracer gas. That's called tracer gas. The tracer gas will be helium, maybe nitrogen, like this. Any one type of gas. Yeah, see, there are some direct methods also there. See, for example, as you know that heat conductivity, heating concepts. So if no leak is there is no problem with the heating conductivity. No change. If leak is there should be change in conductivity, or change in ionization, or change in pumping speed, or change in conductance. So these are all the parameters of the gases. No, I cannot say that each gas having all the properties. So there will be different gases having different properties. So when a particular gas is going to be leaked, the particular parameter is going to be changed. Conductivity may be changes, conductance changes, ionization may be changes, pumping speed may be changes. So that if no changes occur, no leakage. If changes occur into a particular gas leak, that's the meaning of leak available in that particular gas. Okay, that's about this. Okay, these are all some techniques available for knowing that leaks. So it's a molecular pump. So we are sending with this especially so is a counter flow leak detection method. We can also do the same, right? Same by calculating the sensitivity, and it is a molecular. So knowing the molecular weights, we can also estimate whether leak is there or not based on the chemical techniques. And okay, so these are the characteristics what we are having. So it is also a pressure gauge. So here is a long line pipe pressure gauges. Leak detection using total pressure gauge. Total pressure gauge means is like a hydrostatic. Hydrostatic. C is a long pipe, long tube. Here we are providing gauge 1, gauge 2. Gauge 2 is a fountain. So through this, if no leak is there, no change in the gauges, no change in the pressure values. It's a constant pressure you can observe here, or here, because it's a long pipe. Suppose if any leak occurs, for example, once water or any air is going to flow, at this, here there is no leak. But if there is this any leak, there is a change in the pressure gauge. There is a change. So that means you can identify there is a leak in the water or in the gas, like this. So like this, we can estimate whether whether uh, whether whether the leak is there or not. Okay. Um, so this about this all this. So here we have what are other techniques? We have ultrasonic technique, thermal conductivity. Okay, halogen leak. Halogen means just now helium. Helium leak detector. Same diagram. And underground leak detector. We will next class we will see ultrasonic, thermal conductivity, and underground leak detector. Okay, and next we will see all these NEMA types and other circuit breakers. Okay. Um, okay, this is a small review on this chapter 4. A small review. It is a small review on the chapter 4, and whatever topics I didn't cover, I will cover. I will cover. I think there is a what is called hot wire gas bridge type or density. I want to cover. Gyroscope I want to cover, and the concept in the chapter 4 I need to cover. So definitely I will cover all this. First I will finish this IIQ, then we will finish this PC-based instrumentation. Okay. I have class for the final years now. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, leave the class.